Here we go, darling. This is so good. Good morning, our friends. My name is Jennifer Tom, and I'm with my friend
Darlene Rempel.
She's awesome, by the way. We're having our coffee, Stronger Life Connection. We've got our coffees right today.
We do.
So last week was amazing, darling. We talked about forgiveness.
We did. Yes.
Thank you so much for all the comments, for all the feedback we got.
Yes.
And the emails, darling.
Yes.
So I think forgiveness is a big topic that we all need to be reminded. We all need to hear.
Yes.
But today we are here to talk about the power of intention. Darling, do you mind if I start with a quote?
No, go right ahead.
Perfect. So this is from the Power of Intention book that I discussed yesterday. I think I did a video. And it's from Wayne Dyer. I love Wayne Dyer. You can Google him. He's got wisdom. I see you there. Give us a thumbs up. We'll know you're watching us. But anyway, the power of forgiveness. Here's a quote from Wayne Dyer. What he was talking about is that activating your power of intention is a process of connecting with your natural self and letting go of total ego identification. The process takes place in 4 stages. I love that, like just the beginning. So today, we'll be talking about the process and the 4 stages.
Yes.
And then after, Darlene will walk us through forgiveness. I mean, the power of intention
Related to forgiveness.
related to forgiveness. You see, that's why I need my friend here. Yes. Could you say it again, Darlene? That's so good. The process.
The power of it. Oh, now I forgot it.
The power of intention and being intentional about forgiveness. Can you tell, friends, we're not perfect. We're just like you and me, but we show up every Wednesday to connect with you because we don't need to wait to be perfect to connect. The world is disconnecting us, and this is the time to connect with each other. And that's why we have Stronger Life Connections to connect with you. Even though we are not perfect, we get it wrong. We're here to share life lessons learned through loss and life. The other way around. Life and loss. Yay! So let's just dig in right away before we run out of time. We'll only be here for 10 minutes. So we want to give you the nuggets about the power of intention. So the process takes place in 4 stages. So the first stage is discipline. How many of us need discipline? Let's say it's your workout, it's eating healthy, name it. We need discipline. And I love how it says training your body to activate those desires is what we're talking about, discipline. You do that with practice, exercise, and creating healthy habits. So to be intentional, the first thing we need to do is have discipline. So my friends, give us a comment. What intention do you have? And what discipline? How do you practice it? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Great. Do you want to comment on that, darling?
Yeah, about and being intentional about discipline. Discipline is something that grows. It's a skill. Like it's something that you have to process and you have to keep practicing. So my tip for discipline is just start doing one small thing and keep doing that one small thing. And so that you start practicing discipline. And because it is a practice, it's not just something that pops up. We can have all the intention in the world, but if we never put it to practice, it will never happen.
That is so good, darling. Thank you, Francis, for watching us all the way from Thika. And that is so good. So to be intentional, the first thing we need to do is discipline. I am just going to share a quick story. I have this mission to be healthy so that I can show up for you, my friends, so that I can show up with energy for my family. And I have a long list. So one discipline that I do every morning is take a walk. Because when you walk or exercise, you feel good. And when you feel good, you show up for others feeling amazing. So that I'm intentional about my health. Thank you so much, Annette. I see you for watching. Tell us, what is one thing that you do that you're so disciplined that makes you so amazing, Annette? Please share with us. Anyway, I'll go to the second one. The second thing that we need when we're being intentional is wisdom. Guess what? Wisdom combined with discipline fosters your ability to focus and be patient with the new thoughts and feelings. I love that. Again, this is from Wayne Dyer's book that I'm learning that wisdom is so good. We need wisdom when we want to be intentional. And Darlene, do you want to comment about that in regards to wisdom and being intentional?
Wisdom. So wisdom is applied knowledge. It's not just the knowing what to do. It's the combination of knowing what to do and doing it. So when it comes to discipline or when it comes to intention, it's not good enough just to have our head knowledge. It's not good enough just to read the book and listen to our podcast. Wisdom comes from applying our knowledge. And so I think that's the key, that if we have discipline, we have knowledge, we gain knowledge, but we actually apply that knowledge.
I love it. We'll keep going. I promised you we're going to do 4 things. The third one is love. After disciplining the body with wisdom, it involves loving what you do and doing what you love. Oh my goodness. You have to love what you do and do what you love. Because of time, I won't even elaborate that. We all know about love. And the 4th one is surrender. Surrender. This is the place of intention. It's where the mind and the body move to intent. Oh, I love that. Where the mind and the body move to intent. And that's the power of intention. And my friends, as you watch us, as you give us the thumbs up, I just hope that we will all get to a place where we can surrender and be intentional. And so now we'll let Darlene share about being intentional about forgiveness. I love that.
So just 3 things about being intentional about forgiveness. So the first thing is we need to acknowledge, and we need to reflect, and so we can acknowledge what the hurt has been, what the loss has been. Because if we don't ever acknowledge it, we will not be able to move forward. So we need to acknowledge our hurt, and preferably we need to acknowledge it to a safe person. It doesn't have to be the person that we are forgiving, but it needs to be a safe person that we can acknowledge our loss. We can accept that thing happened to us, and that it could be a horrible thing. It was a terrible thing, but it happened to us. And then we can make that choice, that intentional choice, to let go of that resentment, let go of that hurt. And it's not about whether the other person asks for forgiveness. It's not about the other person's response. It's about our own ability to surrender, to let go of that hurt. And hurts can come from I'll just tell you one quick story. Hurts can come from a lot of our hurts come from our families. And so I can just share one story about my dad, who he grew up in a totally different generation. His family there was lots of stuff in his family. And he could never say he loved us. He could never say that to us. So in all his life, he lived to be 83. Never once did he tell us, our kids, that he loved us. And so that was a hurt for me, right? To never be able to have him say that. But before he passed away, and as he died of cancer like 15 years ago, I was able I was seeing a counselor, and I was able to acknowledge just all that hurt. I could acknowledge it. And when he died, I accepted it, and I got great peace. I still remember, right, intentionally forgiving. I still remember right after he died, we were able to be with him I was able to be with him when he passed away. But I just remember after he passed away, there was just this great peace, and I just saw a vision, and I saw a vision of my dad in heaven with God and his grandfather, who I'd never met, but I saw his grandfather in his past, and his grandfather had never been able to love my father or be affectionate to my father, and my father had never been affectionate to me. But I just had this vision of God's love in his life, and that his father could love him, and that he would love him, right? He would be able to love me in heaven. It was just like this peaceful thing, but it was like, yeah, that I was able to let go and have that peace, that even though he never said he loved me, I know that he did, and he did the best he could, and I can let go of that and move on.
Oh, so powerful. That's the kind of stories that we share with you to just encourage you.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff we go through is in forgiveness, and how do we deal with it? Anyway, just because we went over 10 minutes today, and please join us on our private Facebook, our private website and group that's coming up at 1, and we can have more conversations like this. This, we have so much to share with you. We just want to connect with you. And to close, I just want to say, do you want peace? Forgiveness offers it.
Yes.
Forgiveness offers it. Thank you so much for watching, Annette. I love my Annette's intention. Beautiful. I don't know. Annette, could you comment? Can you see it on our screen? This is a new thing we are trying. And we just put it on the screen. I hope you can read it. But if not, we'll just keep tweaking and we'll get better. And we just love showing up, and awesome.
Oh, this is so good.
Thank you.
Thank you for being intentional and showing up.
Yes, thank you. Exactly. Till next Wednesday, please check out our website and have an awesome week.